on, stop, she said while taking glass from you. I ain't going to marry like this. Little drunken voice. Come on, he must be handsome. How can you reject him without meeting? I don't know. I can't marry someone I don't love. You wind, and she sighed, and you drank more. Let's start. I don't want to ruin my mood. You got up for dancing, and I followed you. Dance like crazy teddy bear, and there are many more who is dancing with you and trying to hit on you, which is ignored by you because you are so high on alcohol. I think you like her, a man said, and another one smiled. I don't know, maybe, he said while drinking and looking at her. She is so hot though, stopped as he received a dead glare. Ryan, let's go. I think you are not okay, she said as if she looks at you dancing like crazy. No, I don't want. I want to dance more. Drunken voice, and suddenly Anna's phone rings and she shut her eyes. Vine, please come. If Appa got to know I'm at this late here, he will kill me. She tried to take you with her, but you ain't seemed to handle by her. Anna looked at the caller ID as it's ringing third time and she blew somewhere before looking at you. Listen, I'm going out to attend this call. Please don't move, okay? She said while you nodded while dancing, and she took a glance before going. Hey beautiful, wanna dance with me? A man asked while you shook your head. No, I don't dance with monkeys, you said while laughing like crazy. Nice humor, he said as he tried to wrap his hand around your waist, but someone held his hand. As he looked, a tall man standing staring him with his dark eyes as he come in between and smiled. Don't you understand the meaning of no? He said while smiling, and the man looked at him jerking his hand. Who the hell are you? Leave my way. He stepped dangerously close to him. This girl is mine, understand? Now leave. He laughed nervously. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Sorry bro. He quickly get aside. And he turned and looked at your smiling face while you suddenly wrapped your arms around his neck before dancing with him. You're so handsome, you said in drunken voice as you stared his face. And you are so pretty, you laughed crazily. Good girls don't stay at club at this late, he spoke out of blue, and you looked at him with your pied eyes while it cups. Do I look like one? Because I ain't one, with serious face, and he stared in your eyes. And suddenly he dragged you in from there while you followed him with your unsteady feet, and he take you in a room and called someone. You stared his face deeply and features, and he looked at you after ending the call. You are not sober though. You pulled him closer by his collar and smelled him, making his heart to skip a beat. It doesn't suit you when you are yourself not, Mr. Stranger. Drunken voice, and he just stared you blankly. He tried to remove your hand, but you circled your hands around his neck before staring his face because your mind is not thinking straight right now. You know what? You are too hot to handle, whispered, and his heart beating like it will pop out in no time. I swear, stop before you regret, he whispered, and when your eyes on his lips. Make me regret, you whispered against his lips. He tried to remove your hand, but you smashed your lips on his, leaving him always shocked, but later on he kissed you back. Without breaking the kiss, he made you lay on the bed and broke as you both are out of oxygen. He stared you again. You are in trouble, darling, he whispered, and you giggled a little. A hot trouble, you whispered, and he smashed his lips on yours again, as this time more passionately. And you both lost control on yourself, which ended up you both in something else. You woke up as you yawned, feeling a sting pain in your head as you slid back before settling back yourself, and you opened your eyes just to see yourself in an unknown room. You, Ryan, what you did last night, you mumbled to yourself as you tried to remember all you can get a glimpse of a person and his device. You got all the flashback of night that what happened with you, and you are the one who started. Did I had one night stand with a stranger? You covered your mouth. You quickly grabbed your clothes from floor as Jungkook, you mumbled. One night stand with a stranger, she said as she in a little high pitch, and you slapped her shoulder before looking around. Slow. Are you serious? Whispered while you bite your lips. I don't know. I seriously don't know. Why you left me alone when I was drunk? I went to attend a call, but when I came back, you were not there. I searched you a lot, and I called. She shook her head. If Oppa got to know, he will kill me. Scared tone and Anna looked at him. You're going to tell him? No, I mean from somewhere he got to know. Damn, Jungkook, I wanna see him again. You mumbled and Anna shook her head. There is new professor joining, in place of Mr. Jung. Hey Ryan, who is that professor? She said as you were passing by. And how would I know? Wait, don't your brother own this university? So he must give you all information right, just like questions. Sarcastically, and you glared at her. If I have to take adventures like that, I would have kicked you both out of this university a long ago. A mocking chuckle left from Anna's mouth, and you walked towards your seat. I wish my brother was the way they all think. Only the reality is I know, you mumbled. He's not that bad. You looked at her, squinting your brows as she was smiling. Find someone better, yaar. He's not your type. Anna gave a tight-lipped smile. Thanks for your advice, ma'am. By the way, what happened to Professor Jung? Don't know exactly, but yeah, he's on leave for 2 months. So a new professor replaced him as exams are near. You sighed. I hope he's good, not like him. You rested your head on desk. What should I do? There's a lot of problems. How to persuade Oppa that I don't want to marry? You mumbled. You cheated on your fiancé, You looked at her. I don't even know him, nor met him. She looked at you as you closed your eyes, and his face against calm, and a smile appears on your face. Everyone greeted as a new professor entered, and girls are rolling over him, but you are in your dreamland. Good morning, everyone. I'm your new professor for next 2 months. My name is John Jungkook. Nice to meet you, he said while smiling. Whoa, John Jungkook, she mumbled as you quickly opened your eyes. What did you say? She looked at him. Come out of your dreamland. Our new professor is here, John Jungkook. As you quickly said to see him, but he was back facing you as he was writing something on board. But your heart skipped and dropped at the same time when he turned, and you quickly lowered your head. Anna frowned her brows in confusion. Fucked up, Ryan. Don't tell me you're seeing him everywhere. No, it's not him, you mumbled underneath, and Anna spoke. What happened to you, bestie? She speaks, and you looked at her. Pinch me. She confusingly pinched you. Ouch, a little loudly, grabbing everyone's attention. You guys have any problems? Stand up. You both last bench. He spoke, and Anna got up while you were sitting lowering your head. Ma'am, you too, he said to you as you slowly stood up, covering your face with hair. Sorry, Professor, it won't happen again. She speaks, and Jungkook eye fixed on you. What's her name? Sir, it's Anna, and his eyes shifted on you. And you? Why are you covering your face? You shut your eyes. You took a deep breath, removed your hair, and quickly bowed. I'm sorry, sir, for creating disturbance in class. You bowed multiple times while others looked at you shocked. Because they know you never apologize to Professor, even if it's your mistake. Your name, ma'am? he said while slightly smiling, and you slowly looked at him just to make your heart to beat faster like it never beat before. I am in sir. It's Kim Ryan, stuttering while he chuckled internally, looking at the nervousness on your face. There is a silence for sometimes as you're looking at him, and it feels like he was scanning you, and you're feeling like to disappear from there. He recognized me. You slapped yourself internally. Of course he did. Miss Anna, you can sit, and Miss Ryan, in my office after the lecture. Your mouth hung open. Huh? But why me? You said little loudly, and he turned and looked at you, raising his brows. You said something, he said, coming in your direction, and your heart is beating this fast that people near you can hear your heartbeat. I'm sorry, sir. I will come. Nervously, and he stopped at his track and broke his inner cheek to control his smile. You better be. So we can start the class now. You can sit, Miss Ryan. You quickly sat down. Bro, what happened to you? When did you start listening to the professors? She said as she amazed by your behavior, and you looked at her. Because I'm gone mad. Whole lecture went so awkward for you as you can't keep yourself under his stares, and all the time his eyes on you. You're feeling like this nervous for the first time. You slowly enter in his cabin, and he was standing there leaning on the table as if he's waiting for you. You called me, and he looked at you before taking some papers and then looked at you. You really need to study hard, as Mr. Dunk told me about you. I checked your grades. That old man never leave me. You cursed underneath, and he raised his brows. I will study hard, sir, and he nodded while placing the paper back. I will keep my eyes on you personally, not in my subject, but in every subject. You looked at him surprisingly. So you don't need to. I'm a very good student. He chuckled mockingly. I know. You exhaled a long breath before speaking. I need to go. I have next class. You spoke and about to turn, but he suddenly pulled you, making you bump in his hard chest. He stared you like it's enough to send shiver to your spine and heart to stop. Professor Shin is on leave, and you blink your eyes multiple times. Professor John. It came out like a whisper, and he hummed. You're not the same girl I met yesterday, he spoke, and your heart skipped a beat and cheeks turned red. It was, you were hella nervous in front of him. It was what? Raising brows as you pushed him slightly before backing. I was in my senses yesterday, you said while looking down, playing with your fingers. Then, it just happened, you mumbled. Why you seem so nervous then? And you looked at him. Nervous? No, I'm not. You speak deeply, and he walked closer and you took few steps backwards. You were so when you're drunk, he said, making your cheeks turn red in embarrassment. Hey, don't you dare. You are equally at fault. Also, you took advantage of drunk girl. You speak while covering, and he raised his brows. I wasn't sober either. Still, I tried my best, but you were not ready. And what do you expect from a guy, huh? You looked at him. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's forget it. It was just a mistake. He looked at you a little disappointed. Mistake, he nodded. Too straightforward, I see. He mumbled, and you looked at him. You scratched your head and turned to leave, but his next word made you flush like water. And you didn't have courage to look at him back. I wish you repeat this odd mistake again, he said while smiling widely, and you didn't have courage to look at him back as you straight exited the room, making him chuckle. I love this feeling. You make me feel darling. He ruffled his hair and he took out his phone before dialing someone's number. Not today, Hyung, he said while smiling internally. You seem so happy though, but why not today? You know how difficult it is to make her ready. I know, Kinda stubborn. Not Kinda, mister. She did PhD in stubbornness. He chuckled. Don't worry. Anna choked her drink as she looked at you with her wide open eyes. You mean Professor John is your Mr. Stranger? And you nodded slowly. She screamed in excitement and you quickly covered her mouth. Are you mad or what? You whispered yell and she looked at you while smiling widely. He's so handsome, Bestie. What the hell you are doing here? Go and ask him for a date. You looked at her in disbelief. Are you for real? He's my professor. It feels so illegal to do that. She looked at you, squinting her brows. How's that matter to you when you are already? As you quickly put sandwich on her mouth. It was a mistake. While smiling forcefully, and she chewed before speaking. It was destiny. You find him before meeting your soon-to-be fiancé, as you don't want to marry him. Tell him you fell in love with him at first sight, right? You looked at her in disbelief. Anna, too filmy, right? Oppa will kill me. Also, he's coming to meet me today for further process. You earnestly said. He, my soon-to-be fiancé or whom? And she laughed. Further process? You are saying like that you are doing some formality. What do you mean by further process? She said while laughing. Fix engagement date and marriage date. Of course, like Opa has one, and I am born to that. She sighed. You didn't meet Professor John by mistake. It was fate. You rolled your eyes. You were playing game in your phone when your brother entered in the room and you quickly put your phone back. You home, Opa? He looked at you and smiled a little. Not me, my ghost. And you look at him in disbelief. Can't you talk straight? He looked at you. Effect of your companionship, ma'am. You shook your head. Oh, come on, Opa. I'm your little sister. Treat me like one. You hugged his arms. Little devil sister who never listens to me and create problem for his brother. You made a pout. Now you say like this, huh? He smiled. What you spell on little devil, huh? That your manifestation gets complete. You looked at him in confusion. What do you mean? Means he's not coming to meet you today and don't know when. You almost jumped in happiness but stopped as he was looking at you. I mean why? I don't know. But first sure try to find out that you didn't do anything wrong. You looked at him sadly pouting as he was about to walk. And yes, celebrate as much as you want, but remember one thing, you're going to marry him only at any cost. He scoffed. If you like him that much, why don't you marry him, Oppa? And he glared at you. Sorry, while smiling nervously. You don't know why are you feeling so happy as you entered university while smiling widely and your eyes landed on the person who stole your everything. He looked at you and you quickly steal glances from him as you're about to walk but he blocked your way. Seemed so happy. You looked at him. Yes, I am. Do you have any problem? He raised his brows. That's how you talk to your professor? You looked at him. And that's how a professor talked to his student, huh? He walked closer. For you, I am your professor, but for me, you are not my student. You looked at him. Don't even try, huh? I belong to someone else already. He chuckled slightly. I don't care. When I first saw you, you became mine. You looked at him surprised. Huh? He leaned a little closer. Do you want me to whisper in your ear, darling? He said in husky voice, and you gulped as he leaned more closer. You are mine, he whispered in your ear, sending goosebumps to you as he moved back and you froze at your spot. Fuck, I might have asthma because every time I look at you, I can't breathe, he said mischievously, smirking and your cheeks heat up. I think you did PhD in flirting. No, I let my intuitive thoughts to win. You're crazy, you mumbled and quickly walked from there while he chuckled. He was teaching, but your eyes stuck on him, not what he is teaching, which is noticed by him and smiling internally. Not only you, but all the girls, but his eyes stuck on the particular person. How can someone look so hot while teaching? Focus on board, he said, looking at you, and you snapped back. These questions are straight from examination purpose, he said, looking all of them. How can we focus when he looks so hot? She mumbled, and he glared at her. If you have any doubt, you can ask me again, but don't make any excuse when I take test. Understand? I want 100% result. Some students have my eye on them personally, he said, looking at you while you look away. Sir, I have. As she walked to him, and you clench your fist because focus is not what he's teaching but on him, as she was shamelessly checking out him. You mumbled, and Anna looked at you. If you don't take opportunity, someone else would do, she said while shrugging, and you shot a glare at her. He covered with some topics as he's now talking to class on randomly, and some girl straightly flirting with him, which is making your blood boil. Sir, do you like someone or you have someone in your life? She asked, and he shook his head while smiling. You want to know I am single or not? Yeah, kind of. We would like to see your life partner. He looked at you before speaking. Yes, I have. I have a fiancée, and she stole my heart at first sight. Luna's face smile dropped, but still managed to smile while you looked at him with your hung open mouth. He's a playboy. How dare he? You mumbled. Oh wow, congratulations Dan. And bell rings. Okay, that's all for today. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day, everyone. You're taking out something from your locker and you flinch. Hi, he whispered in your ear, and you sighed. Stop invading my personal space. He raised his brows. Don't you feel it's illegal to say because we have already entered in each other's personal space? Mocking, and you look at him. You're a cheater though, shaking your head. And how? You have a fiancé and still you stop as you see him smiling. You are no less, don't you have to? You look away. He stared at you without blinking and saying, and you look at him. Stop looking at me like that, suppressing your shivers. Like what? He said in low voice and teasing. Like I am dinner. He moved a little closer. Maybe I'm hungry, he whispered, and you look at him while wide open your eyes as you look around. Relax, there is no one. If you are committed, then why are you doing all this, huh? And he looked at you. Because that girl don't want to marry me. I want her to love me. You frowned your brows in confusion. What do you want from me? He chuckled, looking other side, and then looked at you again. Your true feelings for me. I feel nothing for you. Is that so? Yep, nothing. He took us one step towards you with a smirk on his face, and you swallowed, refusing to back up. He laughed at your discomfort. Relax, princess. I'm not going to jump on you, he whispered, and you felt relaxed until... Not until you asked me to anyway. You swallowed. We are in college and you're my professor. He took your hand in his. So the problem is that I'm your professor, he said while caressing your hand with his thumb. You were drinking water when your brother came, and you looked at him as water in your mouth. And there is someone with him. Get ready quickly. You're going to on date, he said, and you spilled the water on his face, making him shut his eyes. Another person with him laughed. I'm sorry, Oppa. Date? How suddenly? He wiped his face and looked at you. Be careful next time. I want you to look beautiful today. Otherwise, you laughed nervously. And with whom? Your eyes shifted on to the person who's just waved at you. Him? He smiled. Hi, my name is Jimin. Nice to meet you. You smiled nervously. Not him. Jimin nodded sorry. Then whom, Oppa? You said in little sad tone. Get ready, you will know. He's about to go, but you speak. I don't want to marry Oppa. I'm your only sister. Don't you care about your sister's happiness? He looked at you. I do care, and that's why I choose him. And more than me, he cares for your happiness. Yes, fine, he's my friend. How he even care about me when I don't know him, nor I have never met him? He looked at you and smiled. Get ready. My sister should look most beautiful today, he said and walked while you shut your eyes in frustration. You're slowly combing your hair and you don't know why are you feeling so anxious and your heart is racing faster and the only person who is coming in your mind is Jungkook. Fear of losing him. Why are you making me this pale, Professor John? Why my heart races faster? Why I feel happy for no reason when you are around? You corrupted my mind already, you mumbled. Mr. Stranger, you mumbled. You are my love at first sight. Yes, I do have feelings for you, you mumbled. You came down and there is no smile on your face as your brother looked at you and smiled. Beautiful. You smiled slightly and he patted your head. If mom and dad were here with me, they would definitely think about my happiness so far. He looked at you and tilted his head. That's why they gave me your responsibility, Ryan. Your happiness is my priority. But this decision should not make my sister regret the rest of her life, right? Don't see me as your enemy, sister. I know what's best for you. You just look at him. Go. He's waiting for you outside. And yes, don't lose him, Vienna. You looked at him. Why? Because he looks at you the way Daddy used to look at Mom. He replied and you simply look at him. I promise the decision would be yours. I won't force you. You smiled. You walked out of the door as you see a black car standing out there and your heart is beating so fast as you walked a little but your sandal strap open as you cursed underneath and you wearing a tight dress. You tried to bend a little but someone already bent as you look at him surprised. Trying to impress, huh? You said as you couldn't see his face but you thought he's that guy. No, I just want you to not fall for someone else. Your heart skipped a beat as you recognized the voice. Done. He looked at you and you feel like your world stopped and it's just you and him. Professor John, he shook his head. Jungkook, or you can call me Mr. John, he said in a husky voice. You, yes, me. What are you doing here? Go before someone sees us or my fiancé, he chuckled. You know, I kidnapped him and beat the shit out of him. He will never come back, he said mockingly and you glared at him. Are you for real? Let me call him. You dialed his number and he was just staring you. A bell rang somewhere from near and you looked at Jungkook who is looking at you while smiling. Your phone is ringing, you said as he took out an attend while his eyes on you. Hello, beautiful. Your heart stopped and you look at him. Do you like the surprise? I am your soon-to-be everything. He tucked a strand of your hair behind your ear. Would you like to go on a date with me? You chuckled and hit his chest, making him chuckle. How dare you, you said as you are shocked, and he chuckled and cut the call. He pulled you closer by your waist just to make you fluster and he removed the eyelash from your under eye and put your hand. Make a wish. You smiled before closing your eyes after some time blow, while his eyes never left your doting face. There are only three types of beautiful: cute, pretty, and sexy. How you managed to be all three? And you blushed. How you managed to be cheesy all time? He smiled. The way you managed to make my heart to beat every time you smiled. By the way, we are in middle of road, mister. Then let's go. You smiled before intertwining your hand in his. He choked his drink at your confession, not like love confession, but the thing you told him, what you did to escape from this marriage. You purposely scored low and failed just because you don't want to marry. You nodded while chewing. Oppa gave me ultimatum that he will marry off me after my studies, so I did this so I can have some time. Mouthful and he chuckled. You told me that you don't want to marry, not even ready to meet me. And I wanted to know the reason. You looked at him. I wanted to marry someone I love, someone who makes me feel. He looked at you. I know, that's why I decided to make you fall in love with me first. You looked at him. You intentionally joined the university, he nodded. I was there for you that night in the club, but you gulped and he looked at you. I wasn't in my senses that time, but I find you attractive. He smiled widely. I know, I remember your each and every word of yours. You bit your lower lip. You know me before I know you. Of course, I fell for you at first sight. Not first sight, but every sight. Your heart skipped a beat as you smiled. I like it, you mumbled while smiling. I don't want to force you. If your decision is yes, I will be on cloud 9. But if it's no, I will respect your decision. Nervously, and he looked at him. What if I'm a really difficult person to live with? He looked at you and smiled. It can't be more difficult living without you. You smiled. Make sure not to fall from sky. You spoke out of blue and he looked at you smiling at you about to walk, but he pulled you by your wrist. You just said yes. You kissed her cheeks. Yes, you make me feel the way I make you feel. He kissed your forehead. Thank you. You pulled him closer by his collar. Thank you for making me fall for you. And you pressed your lips on his and he kissed you back and you both pulled back. You're the best man. A gentleman, he said, attaching your forehead with his. I'm not a saint though, he said, mischievously smoking. I know, and nor I am.